Hi, Erin here from the Big Garden, and I am here in our greenhouses. But I'm about to step outside and show you all how to prepare your garden for the spring. It's time to start planting, but before you do, you need to do a few simple things to get the soil ready for your seeds and for your seedlings. So let's head outside. The first thing you want to do when you're preparing a garden that you've already established is to remove any of the mulches that you applied in the fall of the last year. After you've done that, you can come through with a broad fork and aerate the bed. We like using broad forks because they come in nice sizes. This is a 30-inch broad fork, which is a great size for a bed. And we just go all the way down, put it in, pull it back till the soil cracks, and keep going. After you've aerated, you'll want to come through and build up the sides of the bed. We do this with a hoe, but you could also use a shovel to get into the pathways and shovel that soil out of the pathway and onto the bed to define the beds really well, so that we don't step on them during the growing season. After you've done this step, you can come through and remove any large weeds or rocks that are in the soil that would impede planting. And then you want to add a nice quality compost. We make our own, but we also source from Soil Dynamics in town. If you don't go through them, just make sure whatever compost you buy is OMRI approved. That's OMRI. That's the organic certification. Once you've added about an inch or two of compost, you can come back and mix it in. You can use a hoe or a pitchfork for this. We like to use hard tine rakes, and just mix it into the top few inches of soil. You don't want to go much deeper than that and disturb the soil structures underneath, because those are so important for our plants. After you've mixed it in, you use that same rake to come back through and rake the bed smooth. This is especially important if you're doing seeds over seedlings, and even more important if you're using any equipment like a seeder to make the process go faster. Those require very flat, smooth seed beds. And after you've done that, you're ready to plant. You can cover with a tarp until you are ready to plant, or just start getting things right into the ground. If you are going to have a raised bed garden, I like to use a pitchfork to do my aeration. You can also use that in an in-ground garden. It just doesn't go quite as fast. Again, push it into the soil, pull it back till the soil cracks, and then move on. Of course, get rid of any weeds and rocks that are in the way. And then you're going to want to come through and rake it smooth again. I did not add any compost to this bed because it was looking beautiful as it was. Then you're ready to plant. If you've never ever started a garden before, the first thing you're going to want to do, it's going to make your life a lot easier, is you're going to want to solarize your garden. And you just lay a tarp out. You can do this in patches if you have a small tarp, or you can do a whole big area like this. And this is just killing that grass underneath. Once you've solarized, you can come through and till just once, or you can broad fork the area to get it nice and loosened up. Once you've broad forked or tilled that area, you want to mark off your beds. We like to do 30 to 32-inch beds and then 18-inch pathways. And I'm just doing this example here on an already established garden. We can see that it didn't quite get to that 30 inches on the bed, and I could come through again with a hoe or a shovel and correct that. You might want to mulch your pathways. This will help you with weeding. You won't have to weed as much if you use like cardboard or a landscaping fabric in the pathway and then put a wood mulch on top of that. And I'll just walk you through this bed. I would come back through here with that hoe again and build up the bed on the right from the pathway on the left so that I get a nice 30-inch bed. And then again, I would rake it smooth before I plant and add a little compost and put some mulch in the pathway on the left and on the right to make it easier on weeding. And that's the process. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments and I will get to them as soon as I can. Otherwise, get outside and get your garden going. It is time. Bye, y'all.